how's it going? My name is Colin. I'm a radio presenter. I work in construction. I'm a DJ and I do TV extras work. And now I am a beekeeper. So this is my beekeeping journey. I started it in July last year. There wasn't much that happened last year. I just wanted to make sure that they were strong enough to get through the winter, and they did, which was good. They're very strong. I just checked them there today, which you'll see in the following video. And yeah, I want my bees to do well. I want more bees. I want more hives. My bees are located on the Antrim coast in Glens in the north of Ireland, and it is honestly one of the most amazing places. Like, I grew up here and I was totally spoiled. And I really didn't realise how special it is until I moved to Belfast. That's no slight on Belfast, but just where I grew up is spectacular. So this is why my beekeeping channel, and all my jars of honey will have this on the labels, is called Causeway Comb. Plus it works out that honeycomb and the Giant's Causeway look very similar. It just worked out very nicely for me. So that's me. I hope you enjoy these videos. I will get better, don't worry. I know this is hard to get through. I'm not the most confident on camera, which is ridiculous because I'm on a police drama on the BBC. But to be fair, I spend all that time not looking at the camera, and I'm not allowed to make any noise, not allowed to talk. So people may say as well, but you're a radio presenter. It's very different when you are in an environment of a radio studio and you can Google stuff and you don't have a camera in your face either. There's a lot less pressure. So this can only help me with my radio presenting as well. It may make my extras job worse if I keep looking at the camera, thinking I'm the main character, but that's okay. I should be. No, joking. But yeah, I will let you watch this video and let me know what you think. Okay, right, so that's all I have to say on that. Let's get on with some beekeeping. Okay, right. This is my first day back beekeeping in 2026. As you can see, I still have the short bee suit. My workaround is to tuck my trousers into my socks and use really long washing up gloves. So the bees, I was up with them. They look to be busy. And I didn't have matches or anything, so I had to go away, get matches to start my smoker. Very unprepared today, but it's a nice day, so hopefully that's a sign of good things to come. So even though I started last July beekeeping, I still haven't seen my queen. I've never seen the queen. So I don't know if I ever will see this queen. Hopefully the hive is pretty chill. It was last year. Got a bit angry towards the end of last year when it was like protecting its food and stuff. But yeah, hopefully it's chill this year, so I won't have to re-queen it, because I don't know where my queen is. But that's what today's for. Look to see if there's plenty of brood at least, and eggs, good laying pattern. I might split the hive, I don't know yet. Depends on how many frames I've got. I better bring my frames up with me actually. And yeah, I shall danter on up and see how they're getting on. And there she is. I will be moving it onto this stand soon. So this is a wee nook that I had built temporarily as like an extra wee for extra space. Let me see how many frames fit. Okay, so 4 will fit. That's good. That's pretty good. Oh, right. Let's see now. Let's hope they're pretty chill, because I am actually still kind of nervous about being around the bees, not gonna lie, until I get used to them and they get used to me again. Let's lift this off. Set this over here. Now, the roof, I was silly. Kind of left a bit of a hole in the crown board. I didn't cover it up over the winter. So they will almost definitely have built comb in the roof space. I forgot how hot it was in this. Oh my goodness. Right. So, like I said, they've built comb up in the roof space, which means the lid is stuck on pretty well with propolis. They stick it on really well. Propolis is a good like glue, resin type stuff. It's made from like sap, tree sap. It's very good for you, like antibacterial. Now, sure sign of angry bees is whenever you feel them starting to like dive bomb your head. That hasn't happened yet, so I hope that it's just a busy day and they're not all coming out to attack. I think they're just, because realistically, this isn't a lot of bees considering how many are actually in the hive. I'll be so much happier when I get a bee suit that actually fits. I'm just so paranoid about them getting up my arms, my wrists. This is the lid of my beehive, and you see that bit with the holes in it? It's meant to be separate from the roof, but you can see all the comb up in there. You can hear all the bees inside it, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about that. Also, this is what the beehive looks like. You can see lots of comb, looking happy, but I don't think they're getting too full yet, so I don't think I will split it today. Drop these guys into their hive again. I'll take this bit over here and use my hive till yeah. But yes, Queen is very obviously, well, she didn't die over the winter because there are thousands of bees doing well. Okay, time to check these boys off. Still no eggs, but loads of capped brood, really nicely capped brood. Throw this back on. Oh yes. Okay bees, that'll do me for today. Here. So yeah, you aren't really meant to check on your bees too often, because if you can see that, oh there we go, look at them all, it really kind of distresses them, so we don't want to do that too often. It's mainly just to make sure that they're not running out of space, you know. And yeah, so that'll do me for my first inspection. Now, it may not surprise you to know that I am not used to making these kind of videos. I'm not the best at speaking to camera. I'm sure that'll get better. I am very much learning. I know I got them in July, but last year was more of a letting them build their colony, get them strong enough to get through the winter. So I didn't really have to check on them too much. I moved them from the nuke into their big hive. I checked on them maybe once every 2 weeks, just to make sure, because I didn't know how fast that they would be kind of growing. So I've got a better idea on that now. So I do. But yeah, it looks like there has been something in, because I did see a mouse around it at one point. Over the winter, I just popped up to check on them every now and then. Didn't open it over the winter, but yeah, this is not a very attractive hobby. Look at the sweat. Ugh. Disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah, need better gloves. Need a better suit, one that actually fits. Yeah, look how sweaty I am. Like, that's just... It's not summer, it's April. So it is, right enough, it's nice weather. So it is, but it's maybe 14, 15 degrees. That is my first inspection done of 2026. Again, I'm still learning, not 100% sure what I'm looking for. They don't seem to be running out of room. Still have a bit of comb that they can draw out. So they can do that. Whenever all of the comb and all the frames is drawn out, then I will probably look at splitting my hive. That's my goals for this year. Split the hive and get honey. I will put on, I've got 2 supers ready to go for that hive that I have. I need more frames. I don't have, well, I've got the frames, I just need more foundation. I need another hive. I'm in 2 minds whether to build it or just buy one. Because they're quite expensive, they're like £200. But that will, the place I go to, it's in Portadown. I would get, so the place I go to, the shop I go to would give me a brood box and 2 supers for about £200. And then I would need to buy frames and foundation for that as well, on top of that. And really, in the grand scheme of things, like, they'll last years. So it's not too bad. But part of me's thinking maybe I should just see if I make money from it this year. That's the thing about the second year, though, is that I had no intention of making money last year. I just wanted to make them strong enough to get through the winter. They did that. But now I have 2 years worth of kind of expenditures to make money from. And hopefully that works. Because there wasn't too much last year. I had to buy the hive and the frames and stuff. And I did figure out that, well, there's not too much to buy this year. Well, I need a new suit. Don't know if I'm going to do that, though. Might just cut the legs off that and use my work trousers. But yeah, things to get this year: foundation, another hive. Don't know if I'm building it or not. I probably won't, just to keep myself right. And yeah, hopefully that'll get me to where I need to go. I may also bring my split up to Belfast, because I live in Belfast and I'm currently in the Glens of Antrim. So yeah, I was filming a TV show in a nature reserve in Belfast, not far from my house actually. And there was a woman on it who was an extra with me, who happened to work in the reserve as well actually. And I was talking to her about the bees, because she's very big into like natural conservation and animals and all that jazz. And just thought I would ask, could I put a beehive in the nature reserve? Not sure if I was allowed, because it is a public space. She was like, yeah, absolutely, we're mad for pollinators. So that might be happening. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that could work out pretty nicely. So it could. I haven't actually followed up on that yet. I wanted to get the split done first and see about getting another hive box before I went to them about it. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. But yeah, that is, oh, that sun's not good. That is kind of all from me for now. Might give it a couple of weeks, check in. Depends on the weather as well. When the weather's good, you kind of get out of the way of it. Last year, terrified going into it the first time. And then I kind of got into it. It was handy enough. And then, yeah, now I'm out of the way of it. I was terrified. Well, not terrified. I was suitably nervous. And it was so hot. So hot. So next time, hopefully, I might do it when it's overcast. I need to come back in the evening anyway to move the box onto the hive stand. So that will make it a lot easier for me, because I'm tall and they're currently sitting on a 4-inch block on the ground. That's the crack with the bees this week. I'm going to try and keep this up. The main reason I'm doing this, I haven't seen anyone really from here, the north of Ireland, who does beekeeping videos. I know there's a lovely lady in County Down who does, is like a beekeeper, but she puts it all towards cosmetics. She makes her own skincare and stuff. That's amazing. I'd love to get talking to her about it actually. I'm not going to go down that route. I think the most I'm going to do with the beeswax and stuff, maybe make candles to sell with the honey that I make, well, that the bees make. But yeah, no one here really does this, and I think it's really interesting. And I think, look, anyone I've spoken to about it, I think it's really interesting. I think they're more interested in it because it's totally random, totally left field. You tell someone you're a beekeeper, they don't expect it. It's not here anyway. And I first got interested in beekeeping whenever, about 3-4 years ago now, it'll be. And I happened across a YouTube page of a guy called Alex in England. His YouTube page our channel is Just Alex. He's excellent. He was just starting beekeeping about 4 or 5 years ago. And his videos you're kind of learning with him. Do you know what I mean? So it's really interesting. He's really good at explaining. He's a lot better at explaining than I am. A lot better on camera than I am. But hopefully I'll get better. But yeah, he was the one who kind of inspired me to do this. I watched his videos for about 3 years. At the end of each year, this boy Alex does like a compilation of all his videos from that year. And it usually lasts about 3.5 hours. And I just think it's great. I just sit and watch it. And I usually watch it into the early hours of the morning. That's my beekeeping plans for this year. There's not much to say about what I have done. And I hope I get better.